Okay, and we were back to continue with part 9 right now. I would like to just take a quick look at Carter's sheet because I tend to look at Jara's all the time and then not Carter's. So, very quickly, Edslar felt encouraged by Carter's hopeful attitude about those who have been bioformed. Yeah, again, he seems like a super hopeful person. Miranda was saddened when Carter wouldn't accept her offer to join the Takan, which was made worse when he refused to respond to her. I love the fact that she's so hurt by the fact that she's a pod person, body snatching traitor who wants to overthrow all of the Federation, and she's angry and disappointed that he won't go along with her. Like, of all the things to be sensitive about, Major Arminta understood Carter's uncertainty about the afterlife. Yeah, I don't know where Carter Diaz falls on that. I know where I fall on it, which is, I don't know. And also, for the others in the room, I'm like, I don't know where they fall on it either. So it's like, rather than making some sort of a declaration, this is from the previous part, by the way, rather than making some broad declaration about what happens for sure, I think it's perfectly fair to say, I don't know. And I don't, as far as I know, it is not knowable. Impressed by Carter's undaunted courage when he learned there would be no rescue aboard the Zeldy, Westbrook enjoyed his conversation. Itasca was thankful for Carter's empathy and understanding when she shared her guilt over the fellow soldiers they couldn't save aboard the Zeldy. And Ambassador Spock was still pleased about that tractor beam. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, this way we'll see when something new happens, and let's resume.
Something wrong, Captain?
No, nothing's wrong. In fact, I was just going to call for you. I'm needed down in engineering. The bridge is yours.
So I think Bedrosian is a strong choice. I think that she has been pro Jarek from the very beginning. I think that Jarek saved her from having her hands just completely amputated, or worse, you know, just some sort of permanent disability or death. I think that Bedrosian is a very strong choice. Now, this guy was actually my very first thought, but also he does seem to be extremely by the book. Can I check his thing here real quick? First instinct was to protect the crew. Concerned when Jara seemed willing to follow Solano's orders without trying to explain the situation. Respected Jara's confidence in following Captain Solano's orders, even though he had his own conflicted feelings about putting the crew on the hull at risk. So it does feel like he'd be pretty solid. Let me just check Bedrosian. The thing is, I don't know where she falls in the concept of, like, just follow orders and do your duty all of the time. Like, I just don't have a good sense for her attitude with regards to the responsibility of a Starfleet officer. And then Westbrook, I know that he was real salty about not getting chosen to be the XO himself. He was troubled when she followed his orders without trying to explain the situation, and he was dismayed when Jara followed the orders to put the crew on the hull at risk. I think that Bedrosian we have the strongest relationship with. I'm not sure that she's going to make the strongest choice, but I'll say this. What I would do is go to Bedrosian first, and then probably Ermot, and then we would all make our case together to Commander Westbrook. I don't think that's how this is going to shake out, but it's the way that I would do it. Also, just one other thing as we go forward. I am not convinced that Solano has been compromised. I think it's incredibly likely that the doctor would do an unbiased, untarnished scan and that he would come out as being completely clean. Because if I was a Takan, if I was a Takan agent, a sleeper agent, yes, I might want to prevent Starfleet from finding out that the shield harmonics had been stolen, but then I wouldn't be having other people like Rydek in the room when I called Will Riker, nor would I be nattering on about how this was bad for me and my military career personally. That, although the Takan would know that fact based on his memories, I feel like that would feel impossibly remote to them. Like, yes, that was important to this puny, insignificant, primitive savage life form, but I just can't be bothered to pretend that I care about it. That would be my thought. So those are the reasons why I'll be a little bit surprised if he is in fact a sleeper agent. Okay, Bedrosian. Wouldn't it be great if he just went to the helmsman that we haven't heard from since like episode 1?
Lieutenant Bedrosian, a word please.
Yes, Commander. What can I do for you?
Listen, the captain may have been compromised.
What?
I have every reason to believe he has been bioformed and is now actively working against us.
Hold on. This makes no sense. Did Portal do something to you?
I'm dead serious. Someone is sabotaging the mission. They planted a Taconian device in engineering. Captain Solano was in engineering while we were on Delphi Ardu 4. And he purposely evaded Dr. Duval's bioscan. He's not Captain Solano anymore. He's a Scion.
Which would make you Captain. So you're saying you're taking command of the ship? Because if you are, that's one hell of a bold move. And you better be absolutely sure you have your facts straight.
As first officer, it is my duty and responsibility to protect the interests of the ship and its crew when the captain has been compromised.
I get that part. I read the manual. But without proof, you're talking about mutiny.
I have Duval's support. We're going to ask the captain to undergo a bioscan. When he refuses, I need you to back me up.
Back when we were on the shuttle, you chose my safety over the lives of a dozen Illydians. I've wondered again and again if I deserved that. If you made the right call. But if it's why I'm here now, able to help you save the Resolute, maybe the whole Federation, then I'm glad you did. So, my answer is yes. I'm with you no matter what. When do we act?
Now. Dr. Duval is already on the bridge.
All right. I'm ready.
It's now or never.
Captain Solano.
Commander Rydek, we need to talk about... Doctor? What brings you to the bridge?
Just a bit of housekeeping. You owe me a bioscan, Captain.
I don't have time for that right now.
It will only take a moment. I can't put this off any longer.
You can, and you will. All you'll find is that I'm quite reasonably under stress given the circumstances, and you aren't making it better. I'll find you in sickbay when I'm good and ready. Or, if you're gonna stand in the way of the mission, I can find you in the brig instead.
It's merely protocol, Captain. All officers that touch alien soil have to be bioscanned.
I know the protocol. It's not more important than chasing down these Taconian marauders.
Commander Rydek is right, Captain. We all have to follow the rules.
What is this?
We need you to comply with the scan, Captain.
That's enough. Drop this. All of you. I'm giving you a direct order, Commander Rydek. Stand down and go back to your post. Now. Do not make me tell you again. I've been a starship captain since before you were in the Academy.
This is for your own good, Captain.
This is for your own good as well. Security to the bridge. Arrest Commander Rydek. Take her to the brig.
On what charge?
Conspiring with the enemy and mutiny.
Get back. Give her a chance to speak. Let's hear what she has to say.
That's enough, Lieutenant Bedrosian. Step aside or you'll join her in the brig.
No.
This is not Captain Solano. He's been bioformed. He's a scion.
You're out of your mind.
She can prove it.
He sabotaged our efforts to track Galvin with this. He planted it in engineering while we were down on Delphi Ardu 4.
Lies! Perpetrated by the only Takan in our midst, Portal 6-3. He's actively trying to divide us from within.
Captain Solano has refused to be bioscanned because he knows it will reveal he's a scion.
Take her to the brig or I'll do it myself. Oh!
Wait! Stand down! That's an order!
What is the meaning of this? Everyone hold until we get answers. This cannot happen on the bridge of a Federation starship.
He's not Captain Solano any longer. We have a duty and responsibility to relieve him of command.
If you're wrong, there's no coming back from this.
I'm going to settle this once and for all.
Commander Rydek was right. Captain Solano has been compromised. He's been bioformed into a Takan.
As the Chief Medical Officer of the USS Resolute, I am relieving Captain Zachary Solano of command.
Take him to the brig.
I don't know what I expected, but not this. I can't believe I shot the captain. I don't think Starfleet likes it when you do that. When you're right. It doesn't look good.
If it helps, that wasn't really the captain.
I mean, intellectually, sure. I understand that. But he looks and sounds exactly like him. I'm not sure I'll ever get that out of my head.
Set course for the Usonia system. Maximum warp. It's time to face Galvin.
Yes, Commander. Sorry. Captain. On your command.
Engage. Alert! All hands to battle stations. Shield status.
Set to maximum, but with the algorithms compromised, they may not do much.
Captain, that other Elydian ship is here.
The Zeldi?
We're outnumbered.
Captain, your orders.
Evasive maneuvers.
Aye, Captain.
If our shields aren't going to work,
The Veskar's warp engines are powering up.
might as well dodge.
Our warp engines are offline.
That must have been their goal. They didn't want us to chase the Veskar.
According to my readings, they also took the Cartabula with them.
They're not breaking off. We have to destroy the Zeldi before it destroys us.
With Diaz and Edsalar still over there?
They'll need to evacuate.
Come on.
I almost have it.
They gotta know we're here. Hurry! You got it?
Got it! Diaz to Resolute!
We read you, Diaz.
This is Ermot. It's good to hear your voice. Is Edsalar... is she with you? Everyone wants to know.
She's right here. She can tell you herself.
I'm not dead yet.
Very good, Petty Officer.
Can you get us out of here?
I can't transport you out while the Zeldi's shields are up. Our phaser fire won't even get through. Is there another way off that ship?
We'll find a way.
Whatever you do, you'll have to be quick about it, because we can't give you much more time. We can't evade the Zeldi forever.
Understood. Diaz out. We're gonna have to get out of here the old-fashioned way.
Lydian ships have no escape pods.
We can leave out that cargo bay we transported to before. But then there's the vacuum of space to contend with.
Those freight containers. Maybe we could use those to make an escape pod?
Is that even possible?
We're gonna make it possible. Unless you have a better idea.
Let's go.
I've polarized the hull plating. That should allow us to take a few more hits. Enemy phaser impact dissipated.
Heading, Captain?
Attack pattern Beta 3. Circle around that asteroid and come back firing.
Aye, Captain.
Zeldi, in range.
Fire!
Zeldi's shields down to 82%.
We're doing damage, but they're hitting us right back. We'll run out of hull before we penetrate their shields.
Perhaps I can be of assistance. I can modify your impulse engines to amplify their meager output and avoid more of their attacks. But I will need full access to your propulsion systems.
That goes against dozens of Starfleet regulations.
It's not a security risk if the alternative is destruction.
To me, it's simple. You can take this beating and hope you can weather it. Or will you put your trust in me? I've left everything behind for you. The least you can do is put your faith in me.
Commander Ermot, give portal access to the propulsion systems. You're going to have the ship in your hands. Don't let me down.
This will take a moment.
Your ship has let up its fire.
That gives us some time.
All right. One of these freight containers should do the trick.
Be quick.
We need one big enough for all of us to fit inside. Something we can make airtight.
I'm working on it.
Damn it, not this one.
Okay, something much bigger. This one? This big refrigerator should work.
Not enough room for the big guy. No way this will hold up in a vacuum. Here we go. This'll work.
That's great, but it's not airtight yet.
No problem. We'll just seal it up.
This container is extremely heavy. Even with the containment field open, it won't leave the bay quickly. I'll find something to accelerate our exit.
Glancing blow. Very little damage.
I cannot keep this up for long.
Their phaser banks are recharging. Now's our window. We have to strike back.
I agree.
Their next barrage could be our last. Better make this count.
Target their weapon systems. Take the teeth out of their bite.
That could make them run. Just like the Veskar, we'd lose Diaz and Etzelar again. Hit their engines. We've already lost the Veskar.
We need to protect ourselves first.
Target their propulsion systems. I don't want them going anywhere.
Targeting their engines.
Whoa. We gotta move it now.
These will give us the push we need.
Those are explosives.
We'll ride the blast right out of here. All set.
I'll set the containment field to deactivate, and then run back. We can detonate by remote.
We'll need to seal the doors from inside the container once we do.
Before all the air sucks out of the cargo bay.
Just a few more moments.
Hurry! What are they doing in there? Please, help me.
No. Let the Khan get what they deserve.
Don't leave me to die.
I don't know. Can we really leave her?
Oh, God.
Look at her. She's not a threat. It's now or never.
This ship can't fly. Sidron set it to self-destruct. Please, Amenta.
Oh,
It's not her.
no. I know it's not.
Carter, we have to seal the doors.
Don't leave me.
Get this lifeboat off the ship before Citron blows it all to hell!
Come on! Hurry!
It's not her,
Etzelar to Resolute.
but it could be.
Go ahead.
We're about to exit.
We see the cargo bay containment field is deactivated.
Get that tractor beam ready. And you should know, the Zeldy is set to self-destruct.
If we do enough damage to the Zeldy first, it'll prevent the self-destruct sequence from completing.
We can't wait any longer. We have to fire.
Captain, they're almost out of there.
We need to act fast.
Hold all fire! Get out of there, Petty Officer. Do it now!
You heard her.
Done!
Ready?
Detonate!
We're out. I have them on sensors. Tractor beam activating.
Locked on and ready to fire.
Fire!
Tractor beam's locked on. We have them. They'll be pulled into the docking bay shortly.
There's something else. I tracked a transporter signal to the planetoid moments before the Zeldi detonated.
Sidron.
There's a Takan structure there. It's the reason they were here. It's the reason we are here. Now.
I have to see it for myself. We'll go there together.
I had assumed as much.
Is this the Takan arsenal Galvin was after?
Legend says this region once held the sacred mysteries of the Takan Empire. Our greatest treasure. Our most fearsome technology.
I want a full security detail. Westbrook, Brodrosian, you're with me. Mr. Ermont, you have the con.
Wait. You're not the first officer anymore. The captain is supposed to stay with the ship. I'm surprised Lieutenant Bedrosian didn't raise that first.
I thought Captain Rydek knew what she was doing.
That's the protocol. But it's also a captain's prerogative to break that protocol.
I suppose it is.
We'll deal with the first officer vacancy when we return. Until then, Mr. Ermont?
Yes, Captain.
Any sign of Sidron?
Not that I can see.
High alert, everyone. The enemy could be anywhere. Follow my lead.
Let's make this a short mission, all right?
That's the plan.
Well, it's your call to come down here. Still not sure I agree. I respect the chain of command. The phasers should make quick work of the ice.
I feel like we're very unlikely to get loot by shooting that, so we're going to focus on the ones that block our way. Oh, wait, hold on, I have to stand up. was gonna say.
Is this another Takan vault?
I don't see a way in.
Vault in the mines was already open.
There must be some way to activate it.
Portal, can you open it? It is a Taconian vault.
I thought you'd never ask. You're welcome. Better to keep it simple. Sometimes the answer is staring you right in the face.
Thank you. Definitely easier this way.
There is no tricorder. I did press X.
Spread out. Let's see what we can find. And stay on high alert. We don't know where the Takan that beamed down here could be.
You will need my help, Commander.
How so?
Traversal here is trivial for a Takan, but only a Takan. When you come across a device you cannot use, merely call my name.
Will do. Thank you.
I feel like there's very limited downside to being courteous to him, or in general.
This pattern resembles the transporter device Petty Officer Maris used to escape the Resolute. Portal 6-3?
You wish to make use of this device?
It's a transporter of some kind?
It allows Takan to move through space instantly a short distance. Very convenient. I will activate the system for you.
Where does it go?
I'm not sure. The markings here must be from after my time.
Well, only one way to find out.
Okay, before we do that, though, let's take a quick glance. I feel like that transporter relay is definitely going to be the next thing to do, so I just want to take a quick look. Oh, no.
I should look elsewhere.
Yeah. Westbrook and his associate have that covered, so... Unless this is Westbrook? Is he just hanging out up here? Okay. So, just based on a glance that we got there, it looks to me like this is going to start off like a series of splits. Yeah, so now we've got two choices. As far as I know, I'm trying to get up there. So I'm going to choose the route that seems less specific and go up here. Less direct, I mean. So now we've got a straight line. And now we're back here. I feel like I'm still trying to go up there. So let me choose this one. And that brings me back here. Okay. This seems like a wildly inefficient way. Like, they could have just built a ramp. We could have walked there. Vast amounts of Taconian data, contents unable to be translated. And also, there's no other, like, scan modes that we're going to engage with.
Soil. Just soil. It's not from this planet, nor any planet in the Federation database.
Extremely high particle density, impossible with current Starfleet technology. Ditto there. Portal, what's up with the dirt? Why is that here? Okay, so we've scanned this second trough of soil. The last time that I was looking for something in the environment, it turned out to be like a small object on the floor. So let's just make sure that I'm adequately scanning the floor. And I cannot, by the way, scan for like that soil. You think that you'd want to do like a biological scan on it? That is not a possibility if you're not like, if it's not in more details mode. Which, yeah, I continue to feel like having the tricorder be a way to deliver additional information about the world and the technology, it feels a bit like a missed opportunity, but I'm also okay with not, like, slowing down the pace of the game by making you feel like you have to look at every single possible thing. So, can I walk through this? I really don't feel like I can. No. I'm going to test over here. Weirder things have happened. No, okay. Oops. Like, I would love to scan Portal 6-3. Hold on, this is cool. Dude, he's got a face. Look at that. And if we look at any... Oh, this guy also has a face. I honestly thought that the humans just appeared as, like, blurs. Oh, derp.
Why is this here?
This is soil from the homeworld. Our capital system. This isn't an arsenal. It's a temple of the ancients. Sacred ground to the Tacon. I took my oath as a guardian of the Empire in a place just like this. You cannot imagine the look of pride in my parents' eyes as they said goodbye. Forever. Sorry. This is the first I've seen of anything new from the Tacon Empire in a very long time. I'm sure you're familiar with the feeling, that sense of loss. I thought I was ready for it, but it cuts to the core of your being.
I'm so sorry to put you through this. I know it must be difficult.
Don't apologize. I'm glad I came. This means a great deal to me.
Can you use this to find out more about what Galvin is after?
The information's encrypted. I can only discern that it's a warship. No. It's the Aphelion. Perhaps the most powerful Taconian ship ever built. I can't access the full file, but looking through the ship's schematics, it appears to be equipped with some sort of experimental, highly advanced transporter technology.
Transporter technology? For what?
Captain, you better come see this. There are more up ahead.
From the looks of it, I'd say someone left in a hurry.
Probably right around the time we showed up.
I've seen these before. In the other vault. And if all of those are the same as this, then there must be...
Hundreds of millions, if not billions. All that remains of the Dakan civilization. A distinct person, encapsulated in crystalline form. Preserved for all eternity.
Given the size of this vault, there must have been tens of thousands of these cases, representing billions and billions of Takan.
A threat on a truly massive scale. One your Federation can't easily contend with. What you have to understand is, these life forms were preserved for the benefit of the Takan civilization, as a means of safeguarding the health and well-being of any Takan, should they fall prey to illness or injury. They were never intended to be used for this purpose.
There you are wrong. This was always their purpose, to restore the glory that was lost.
I want to shoot.
Congratulations on your first victory in battle, Captain Rydek. You killed a great many of my compatriots, some that I've known for millennia. Are you proud of how much death you've caused? Each Takan life is precious, irreplaceable. Centuries of knowledge and culture, lost with each one you murdered.
Your friends died because of you. If you hadn't attacked us, there could have been a peaceful solution.
I've seen the kind of results diplomacy gets in this era. You can hardly blame me for wanting a quicker result. Thankfully, I don't have to convince you of anything. We'll all be on the same side soon enough.
You can't just bioform whoever you want. Not without a fight.
Ah, but that's just it. There won't be a fight. In fact, most won't even know what's happened. 1 minute you're standing there as you. The next, you're standing here as one of us.
He's talking about mass transformation. That's what the Aphelion was built for.
The transporter. It'll reconstitute your DNA and bioform you into a Takan in the blink of an eye. This is what they'll use as ammunition.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Of course, that's the simple version. But the end result will be the same.
Your time has passed. The Takan Empire is gone.
Only to be reborn better and stronger than it ever was. The Aphelion is on its way here as we speak. Now it's only a matter of time. You can't delay that which is inevitable. Which makes your next decision fairly simple, brother. You are, after all, a portal.
I am.
Your sole purpose is to serve as a guardian of the Takan Empire. But you stand here surrounded not by your fellow Takan, but by members of the Federation. By people who deny our fundamental right to exist. You swore an oath to protect the Empire. And I can only assume that's why you're here.
You have the audacity to suggest we're trying to deny your right to exist? You attacked us!
Merely a demonstration of our strength, and the futility of fighting the inevitable. Which side are you on?
Captain Rydek, long-range sensors suggest a massive spacecraft approaching in the distance.
The time has come. I hope we speak again, brother.
Estimated time to contact, 6 minutes and counting.
We can't stay here. We have to get back to the ship.
And we have to preserve these souls. We must take them back to your ship.
Those crystals are ammunition to be used against us. We have to destroy them.
We're not
bombard the site from orbit.
I'll decide, once we're safely aboard the Resolute. Forward to transport.
Quick pause here, because I didn't mean to interrupt the scene there. I just reacted very strongly. We are not bombarding the site and obliterating all of these Takan that are living, well, existing inside these crystals, preserved inside the crystals, because some other guy wants to use them for nefarious purposes. Yes, their existence is dangerous, but we're not going to kill them over the fact that the crystalline devices that they're inside of might then be used to forcibly transform people, because the Takan living inside the crystals, they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't necessarily sign up for this. In fact, Portal 6-3 straight up said that's not what this is for. And it seems to me like finding other cloned bodies or something like that these Takan could come back in if they wanted to, like, not be assholes like Sidran is, then we could have that conversation. We're not bombarding it from orbit. Also, I really want to note, I very much just wanted to shoot that dude, but I'm thinking about, like, what would a Starfleet officer do? And a Starfleet officer would not be the first to open fire. So I was like, I'm going to do that thing that always makes you angry when you're watching a television show or a movie, where it's just like, just shoot him. Just shoot the guy. I'm actively choosing not to do that, which, believe me, feels weird, but here we are. Oh, also, Bedrosian felt better that it wasn't actually Captain Solano that she shot. He was enraged. I bet he was. Also, how is Portal 66 feeling right now? 6-3? Appreciated Jara's sensitivity when he was overwhelmed by feelings of loss inside the Takan vault. I also wanted to highlight that. I did not say I understand exactly how you feel, which was the other option that seemed notable, because she doesn't. She can't. This dude lived on a planet by himself for 600 millennia, believing that he was doing something worthwhile, like holding station to protect the Takan Empire, and then he was told by Captain Riker, Commander Riker at the time, oh, by the way, you're just sort of like hanging out here fighting a war, holding Sentinel for something that doesn't exist any longer, and yet he still decided to come along to help out everybody. She is one of the last members of her species, but she's not the last, and simply I don't think that she can, or anyone can, understand loss on the scope that he has. So there we go.
You have to hear me out, Captain. I've always stood by you. I committed mutiny for you. But if you bring those things on board, I'll have no choice but to resign.
If they're taken to the Ophelia, they will be forced into new bodies, brought back to life in a way they never asked for.
They're not living beings, but they're still dangerous. And if you don't make decisions to protect us, we're gonna end up like Solano. You, me, the entire crew. We're all next.
Two minutes and counting. It's headed straight toward the vault. The Aphelion is coming into view now, Captain.
On screen.
Arrival at the second vault in less than a minute.
I would remind you, those life forms are Takon. Not science, Takon. They're not your enemy.
Right or wrong, history will judge you for this moment.
Transport the storage crystals aboard the Resolute.
Did I hear that right?
That's an order.
The storage crystals are on board in our cargo bay.
Thank you. I won't forget this.
I hope you realize what you've done. We don't need another captain who's gonna risk our lives just to feed their ego. This ship and this crew come first.
Lieutenant.
She has to hear it.
This isn't about me. It's our duty as Starfleet officers to protect life, wherever and however we find it. And I couldn't let them fall into Galvin and Sidron's hands. I had to do it this way.
And to think, I used to look up to you.
The Aphelion is targeting us, approaching rapidly.
They hit us with that bioforming ray, and it's over. Maximum warp. Get us out of here.
Where, Captain?
Anywhere but here. Now!
Yeah. Sorry, she's just gonna have to get over it. Like, she just is, because, I mean, I already said my piece. You saw how quickly I made that decision. If we were playing a Star Wars game and I was playing as Emperor Palpatine, then I might make a different decision. But here, what is it that the Federation is supposed to be about? What ideals are these characters even supposed to be upholding if finding an entire race, an entire extinct race of people that are capable of being brought back, capable of living once again, and we're going to obliterate them because what is described to us as being a small side sect has decided to begin making use of them for nefarious purposes, that's not their fault. That's not their responsibility. And to just like eradicate them because it feels convenient at the moment. Honestly, if she winds up resigning, that is a decision that she can make. And the fact that she decided to call out current acting Captain Rydek on the bridge in front of everybody wasn't very professional, nor will I say was it very professional of us to confront the captain on the bridge in front of everybody rather than like pulling him aside and saying, let's do this quietly. Rather than just ordering her to stand down, I thought it was very important that Rydek give her justification there in front of everyone. The morale, the level of trust on the ship right now is very low, and making appeal to the principles of their oaths, their sense of duty when they joined Starfleet felt like the best way to go, and to make that public. If she wants to make her disagreement public, then we're going to fire back publicly. I wouldn't want her to resign, but if she does, so be it. We're going to cut the part there, and we'll see you again for the next part in just a few moments.